What's good, guys, man? Thank y'all for tuning back into the channel, man. If you're new, make sure you hit that sub button down below to be notified for every single video that I do drop, man. I just was, just browsing through YouTube, man, and I just wanted to click on this video and react to it. It says, "Where would an Antichrist come from? The clear truth, man." Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Make sure I hit that sub button, man. Let's go ahead and get into it, man.
Christ, and where will he come from? I'm going to show you a date on this ancient clay tablet and a number hidden in several Bible prophecies that point to the exact day that a world leader would appear. Then I will show you the man who rose to power on that day and how he is connected to the Antichrist and the end-time Babylon. When you see this evidence, you're going to realize that almost everyone has been looking for the Antichrist in the wrong place. In the book of Revelation, we find a description of two men who will control the world at the end of the age. The first man is called the Beast. He will make war and gain control over the whole world. The second man is called the False Prophet, and he will do miracles and force everyone to take the mark of the beast. Which one of these two men is the Antichrist? The Bible actually says that there are many Antichrists, and the word Antichrist has two parts, anti and Christ. Anti can mean against or in place of. Christ means the anointed one, and this word can refer to Jesus Christ or someone else who is anointed as a king or priest. Since both these men will be working against Jesus Christ, they will both be antichrists. But the false prophet will direct people to worship the world ruler who is called the Beast, as if he was God. This world ruler will act as a substitute Christ who has come to save the world.
Y'all gotta beware, man. A lot of the folks that is lost, like, they're gonna be the one deceived. We already know God. He gonna break that sky when he come back. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? If you trust in a man that says that he is God on this earth and he can heal, he can do this and do that, don't believe it. Don't believe it. Some people are going to get forced to take the mark of the beast, during the end times and stuff like that. Come on, y'all.
Just like Hitler saw himself as the savior of Germany. So when people talk about the Antichrist, they usually are talking about this man who will rule the world. Where will this world ruler come from, and when will he appear? We find one clue about the identity of this world ruler in Jeremiah chapter 50. In this prophecy, the man who will rule the world at the end of the age is called Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon 2,600 years ago, and at that time, Babylon was the most powerful empire the world had ever seen. But a few decades after Nebuchadnezzar died, the empire of Babylon was conquered. Eventually, the city of Babylon was abandoned and disappeared. But the Bible uses Nebuchadnezzar and his great empire of Babylon as a symbol or metaphor for another leader and empire that will control the world at the end of the age. In the book of Revelation, we find a description of this end-time Babylon, which will reign over the kings of the earth at the end of the age. This Babylon represents the political, economic, and religious power that will come to dominate the world right before the return of Jesus Christ. And the man called the Beast, or the Antichrist, will be the leader of this end-time Babylon. To understand exactly where this end-time Babylon will be located and when it will appear, we can turn to a cryptic prophecy in the book of Daniel. Daniel chapter 4 describes a dream that Nebuchadnezzar, the king of ancient Babylon, had. In his dream, he saw a tall tree that provided shade and food for all the birds and animals in the world. Then the tree was chopped down, and a band of iron and bronze was put around the trunk for a period of 7 times. When Nebuchadnezzar asked Daniel to reveal the meaning of the dream, Daniel explained that the tree represented the king who would lose his mind and wander around like an animal. But after a period of 7 times, the king would get his sanity back and he would rule over Babylon again. The chapter goes on to explain that a year later, this prophecy was fulfilled just as Daniel had explained. King Nebuchadnezzar lost his sanity for a period of time, and after that he returned to rule over the Babylonian Empire again. Now, on the surface, this prophecy just seems to be about King Nebuchadnezzar, but in fact, many prophecies in the Bible predict two separate events. The first fulfillment of the prophecy is just a type or foreshadow that provides clues about a second, larger fulfillment. So we can use the first fulfillment of this dream as a guide to understand the second fulfillment. In the first fulfillment, the tree represented King Nebuchadnezzar. In the second fulfillment, the tree could represent another ruler, or it could represent the kingdom of Babylon, because in Bible prophecy, the king often represents his kingdom. In the first fulfillment, Babylon was without a ruler for 7 times. In the second fulfillment, Babylon would also be without a ruler for 7 times. But what does 7 times mean? You can find the answer by comparing 2 scriptures in the book of Revelation. Revelation 12 verse 14 mentions a period of time described as a time and a times and half a time. That is 1 time plus 2 times plus half a time, which is a total of 3.5 times. Next, look in Revelation 11 verse 3 and you will find the same time period is called 1,260 days. So we can see that 3.5 times is equal to 1,260 days. Now, if you take 3.5 times and double it, you get 7 times. And if you double the number of days also, you get 2,520 days. So going back to the prophecy in Daniel chapter 4, we see that in the first fulfillment, Babylon was without a ruler for 2,520 days, which is about 7 years. In the second fulfillment, Babylon would be without a ruler again for 2,520 days. But in many Bible prophecies, 1 day represents 1 year. For example, in Ezekiel chapter 4, we see that the prophet Ezekiel was told to lay down on his right side and on his left side for a certain number of days, with each day representing 1 year of a future time period. So if 1 day represents 1 year, then in the second fulfillment of the prophecy in Daniel 4, Babylon could be without a ruler for 2,520 years. So this prophecy may be a prediction that the kingdom of Babylon would be chopped down and would be without a ruler for 2,520 years. After that, the band of bronze and iron would be removed, a new ruler would be appointed, and Babylon would begin to grow again until it eventually ruled the world under the leadership of the beast, or Antichrist. If this is the case, then we need to find out exactly when Babylon was conquered and lost its leader.
Now, who y'all think the beast is? A lot of people say Donald Trump. A lot of people say, what's the guy that, invent the Tesla? Not Mark Zuckerberg. I forgot his name. But the Tesla guy, y'all put him down below. These are the names that a lot of people are naming, man. So, but we don't know. He said there's many antichrists. God putting it right in the book. He put it right in the book, man. So, it's like people make it hard for themselves when the answers is right there in the book.
Then we would be able to calculate the exact day that a new leader would be appointed and Babylon would begin to rise again. Going back to the Bible, notice that right after Nebuchadnezzar's dream in Daniel 4, the next chapter jumps forward in time to describe the fall of the ancient empire of Babylon. In Daniel chapter 5, we see that the rulers of Babylon were having a feast when a hand appeared and wrote a message on the wall. The king and his guests were terrified, and they couldn't read the message either. So the king called Daniel to read and interpret the handwriting on the wall. The message said, Mene, Mene, Tekel, and Parsin. Daniel explained that the inscription on the wall meant that the kingdom of Babylon was finished and that God had given it to the Medes and the Persians. But there was also a second numerical message hidden in this inscription. If you have a Bible with footnotes, you might see that these words are explained as units of money. Mene is a mina, which is 50 shekels. Tekel is a shekel, and parsin means divided or halves, and refers to half a mina, which is 25 shekels. If you add these up, you get 126 shekels. But the shekel was not the smallest coin. The smallest coin was a gera, and there are 20 geras in a shekel. So if you multiply 126 shekels by 20, you get 2,520 geras. The new tree would begin to grow from the same roots. If you look at history, you will see that Europe's roots go back to Rome days. One of these false prophets will be a powerful religious leader who will work together with the beast. This false prophet will use religion to deceive and control people. The only way you can avoid being tricked by false prophets is to open the Bible and see what it says for yourself. So I encourage you to carefully check all of the scriptures and facts that I have mentioned in this video.
Open that Bible up. Read your word, study it, meditate on it. We all got to do that. It's literally in the book. We all have to do that. If God put it in the book, He's giving it to you to not be deceived. You'll be a fool to be deceived. That's all I'm going to say. It's just like somebody giving you the cheat sheet to a big test and you still fail it. Y'all, I don't know if anybody feel the way that I feel, but just the pressure of this world of what's going on right now, it's like we already know, like, things are about to happen that I don't think nobody is ready for. But you're going to have to get ready for it. So, meditate and study on your word, man. Keep your eyes open, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have somebody saying and claiming that they can heal, that they are God. Let's wake up. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Y'all comment down below exactly what y'all think about this video. And in our videos, I always say stay inspired, stay motivated, stay grinding. Until next video. I'm out of here. Peace.